Hi guys, it's Tammy with YellowSparksJoy. Welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be comparing the Coach Small Town Bucket Bag and the Coach Mollie Tote in the size 25. Now, since both these bags are very similar, I thought it will help a lot of people. So I'm going to start first with talking about each bag individually. Then we'll look at their size and features. Then we'll check their capacity and do a bit of a size comparison between both. And then I'll conclude with my opinion on which one is better than the other. Okay, so let's start first with the Small Town Bucket Bag, only because this was the first one that made its way into my collection. So I'll take off all of the accessories that I typically use to accessorize this bag when I wear it. So this is the Coach Outlet Small Town Bucket Bag. So it is a Coach Outlet bag made of cross-grain leather in this beautiful washed green color. The interior is a hunter green, and I'll admit that the first thing that attracted me to this bag was its color. Coach Outlet, however, offers this bag in various different colors. They change the colors, bring out different ones from season to season, and depending on what collection the bag comes out in, it will cost you anything from $70 if it's on clearance all the way to $200, again depending on what collection they bring out the bag with. It is part of the Town family, so you do also have the regular size Town bucket bag that is a bit bigger in height and in width. This is the smaller size, and it also does come in a mini size as well. This Small Town bucket bag does not come with feet. This is what it looks like on the side. You have two studs there where the leather is attached, and then you have a metallic hang tag. This one is in silver because all the accessories, as you can see, are in silver. Behind, it's just that plain cross-grain leather, and then you see the stitching on the top here where the button closure is attached on the inside. The other side of the bag is the same side profile. You can see the same where the leather is attached together, and at the top of that you have a ring that connects the strap, the short shoulder strap, to the rest of the bag. On the interior you have three interior compartments, one side here, another on the other side, and you have a middle zipper divider. The divider is very slim, does not hold much, and goes down, but not all the way to the bottom because there is there's space at the bottom, so it doesn't divide the bag all the way to the bottom. If you put something in this first compartment, it will slide to the other compartment because the middle divider doesn't go all the way down. So on the front interior pocket you have the story part. It's very hard to see in this color, but you can have like a little pic there. You have the story patch on the interior, then you have the snap button closures on both sides of the top there, and it is in the second compartment as well. It's the same thing in the second compartment. So that is a brief overview. Yes, and of course it does come with a long shoulder or crossbody strap, so you can attach this to the sides and carry the bag crossbody if you prefer it that way. Besides this beautiful washed green color of this bag, another thing I really liked about the bag was that it came in silver hardware. Coach until recently never really made that many handbags with silver hardware, and I got this about 2.5 years ago, so I was very excited that at least I'd be able to add one nice bag in a nice color but with silver hardware. Also, what I really love about the Town bags is the curves. Look at how when it sits you can see that curvy shape. I feel like that's a very sexy feminine feature for a bag to have, and I really love it. Like even on the side, the way it folds inside a little bit, I feel like that's kind of why I like bucket bags, because of that fold. But because this one is more of a structured bucket bag, it's still firm, it holds its shape, but it still manages to have that those curves. Now typically a bucket bag will be like a beautiful mess and it'll be soft and squishy. This one isn't. It's very stiff, but the fact that they've been able to craft it in a way where it still has those curves that I love in bucket bags, I think that was just a genius creative idea. You can see when I hold it like this, this profile also shows the curves in the front, and I think that's just so beautiful. So it's really curvy and slim on the top, and then you have most of the weight at the bottom, which I think is a very beautiful and practical design, because that way when you're wearing the bag close to your body, it fits all you need mostly at the bottom, but then it rests beautifully on the upper part of your body because at the top it is a bit flat and slim as well. Now, another thing I like about this bag is its simplicity. It is very understated in that you don't have that many logos. There are variations where you have the signature C's all over, or you have different patterns and prints on there, but majority of the town bucket bags are plain and simple, and I love it for that, because that way you're able to accessorize if you want to, or you're able to leave it clean and classy if that is your preference as well. I always love a bag that allows you different options, because in that way it increases its functionality and style. Typically, I use this as a work bag, but it will definitely suit any purpose. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, you can carry it casually, and you can even carry it out to dinner if you prefer. It definitely has to do with your lifestyle. For me, this works perfect as a work tote because it is open at the top, and I can simply unsnap it and throw whatever I need to in there. Again, it is a little bit compartmentalized, so it's easy for me to put in my long wallets or my notebooks in each compartment, and I'm able to find what I'm looking for really easy. The middle section also provides that zipper compartment, which means that I can tuck in like a credit card or bills or keys or things that I don't want to be easily seen or easily taken from inside my bag. So it provides that extra measure of security on the bag. And of course, the fact that it provides a crossbody strap means that you can wear a crossbody and use this bag hands-free, which again provides so much more for you to be able to do with this bag. The strap is thin, but I can assure you that even with your items inside this bag, the weight of the bag is evenly distributed across your shoulders, so it doesn't dig in and it doesn't hurt you after a long time of wearing. The magnetic snap closures are really good. You don't have to look into the bag to be able to close it. Like, they find each other and they close. It's also really strong. I mean, it's not difficult to open, but it's not easy to open. Like, it won't come undone by itself. So I like the fact that the magnet is quite strong on that. So I have my tape measure here. I'm not going to pull off the sizes from the website. I'm going to measure it and then we'll see exactly what the size is. So at the bottom here, from end to end, is about 8 inches in width. In depth, it is about 3 3/4 inches, and then in height, from the top of the bag to the bottom, let me do the height here because of that curve. I'll do the height in front. So from top to bottom, it is 8.5 inches. So let me measure it at the top and see if it's the same height from top to bottom. Okay, so at the top it is 7.5. So yeah, it is definitely wider at the bottom than it is at the top, and that is what gives it that tapered effect that I think is so beautiful. From the top of the shoulder strap to the bottom of the bag is about 15 inches, and then the short shoulder strap drop is 6 3/4 inches. So definitely enough room to hold top handle and to put over your shoulder as well. And then finally, let me just do the bottom of the bag so we can see that depth a little bit better. And here I have about 4 inches at the bottom. So I have a couple of items here with me. I have the Coach Nolita in the size 15. This is filled with a bunch of SLGs, which is typically how I would use it because I use my Nolitas as catch-alls in my purses. This is my Louis Vuitton mini pochette in the Damier Azur print. This has one SLG in there, so not typically how I'll use it, but it does have a card holder in there, so it's not very full, but it does have that same profile. Again, I have another Coach SLG. This is the corner zip wristlet from the Coach outlet. I have a notebook that is in a I would say a small size. I have my phone case, and I have my glasses case. So I chose this one because it is a bit big, so you know that definitely a soft glasses pouch will fit. A slimmer profile glasses pouch will definitely fit in there. There's no glasses in it, but I mean, it doesn't make any difference whether there's glasses in there or not. So we'll start with the Nolita that is full, and that fits in there without any problem at all. So you can't even see the Nolita coming out of there. So this will be the size of any full-size wallet. I don't have a full-size wallet. I don't use full-size wallets. So this basically will probably be the same size as a long full-size wallet. And you can see that if you put that in there lengthwise, you can't even see it at the top of the bag. So for size comparison, here we go. go. Nolita 15. The corner zip bracelet, size comparison, and I'm going to pop that into the bag. There. So you can put this one lengthwise, you can also put it widthwise, and it's a perfect fit. Let me see the Nolita widthwise. Okay, it goes in with a bit of a struggle, but again, because the top is more narrow than the bottom, it fits really nicely at the bottom. You just have to kind of push it in from that narrow top. The mini pochette, not full, goes in really easy. It will definitely go in both ways. There. And then here I have my case, my glasses case, again in there without any problem. So here I have the bag full with different items. As you can see, the shape has not changed. It is not bulging from any angle at all. The first compartment in front is closed, but the second isn't because that notebook is as tall as the snap buttons, so I'm unable to close it. Now on the inside, hopefully you guys can see properly, I have the notebook at the back, the glasses case there, and then my Nolita 15 on that side. And in the front, I have the mini pochette, the corner zip bracelet, and my phone case. Fits really nicely. It was not hard to put any of all this in there at all. I didn't struggle, I didn't push, I didn't even move things around. It all just went straight in. I have nothing in the middle compartment. I hardly put anything there anyways, except like maybe receipts, and I just shove them in there, and that's it. If I do take out that notepad, I will definitely be able to close the second compartment, and with nothing blocking it, that is exactly what the bag will look like. So now let's take a look at the Mollie Tote in the size 25. This one is in the color Orchid on the exterior, and then on the interior you have this beautiful wine color with orange on the middle compartment. So I'll take this off, which I use to decorate my bag, and now let's go through this one. So you have your regular tote-like structure, beautiful cross-grained leather on there as well. You can see the slight pebbling or pebbled ingrains on there. This one has two handles at the top that are attached by a buckle feature. It is functional, so you can remove those straps if you wanted to. It does come with a hand tag that is in leather, not in metal as in the small town tote. You have the Coach logo. This time around, this particular one is in gold tone hardware. You do have versions of the Mollie 25 that have silver hardware, but this one has gold toned hardware. At the sides, you can see that this is much more structured than the small town bucket bag because the exterior stitching is shown. It comes out instead of going in, so the curves are as a result of that, the way that stitching is done upwards. I don't know how best to describe it, but you can still see the curves on this bag here, but then the seams where the two pieces of leather, where the leather meets on the side, you can see it showing externally, and then you can see the glazing on the exterior as well. So that's how both sides are. You have the D-rings for the long strap there, whereas on the small town bucket bag, the D-rings for the long strap share the same rings as the top handle strap. And this is what the back looks like. Very simple, very plain, similar to the front side and similar to the small town as well. The bottom is also very similar. It's no feet at all, just one plain strip of leather with the stitching and the glazing all showing. Now the interior compartmentalization is again the same thing as a small town tote. You have your crossbody strap there for crossbody or long shoulder wear, and then you have three interior compartments, one on each side and a middle zipper compartment. Again, this middle zipper compartment does not go all the way to the bottom, so as you can see much better in this bag, it does not divide both sections fully. And this middle interior compartment, because this bag is more of an east-west shape, you can see that it's so much more easier to get into, and there's much more room on the inside. From top to bottom, this bag is 8 inches. And then from side to side, actually I'm going to measure, like you can see that this is where the side stops, but this is where the bag really stops. But really, for capacity, I'll still start from here. So from this side to this side is 9 inches as well, so almost like a perfect square. But if I really wanted to measure like from this end to the other end, it is about 12 inches. It's 4 inches, and then let's do the depth at the bottom, and that is 4.25. I want to say this bag is almost like a perfect square, almost. Okay, let me do the strap drop. And this top handle is actually adjustable because of that buckle feature. So it does have 1, 2, 3 holes. It is currently on the middle hole. I've never really changed it because I've never had any reason to. I don't carry it on my shoulder, I only carry it top handle, and it works fine for me. The small town bucket, on the other hand, is not adjustable, and that strap is not removable. So that's definitely one of the cons and pros in favor of the Mollie 25. So strap drop for this is I want to say 4.75 inches. Now this is part of the Mollie family, where you have the regular size Mollie, so it's bigger than this. This is the Mollie in the size 25, and then you have the Mollie bucket bag. Now the Mollie bucket bag is very similar to the small town bucket bag. However, instead of the sides curving in like on the small bucket, the sides come out and are straight and stiff like this on that bucket bag, okay, on the bucket version of the Mollie. In my opinion, I would say if you want to get anything from the Mollie family, get either one of the totes. Don't get the bucket, because as pretty as the Mollie is in the totes, in my opinion, this feature on the side of the Mollie is not beautiful on the bucket bags. Bucket bags are supposed to be curvy and nice and feminine and sexy. The Mollie bucket bag is not, okay? So if you want a bucket bag, go for the small town. If you want a tote, go for the Mollie tote. That's my honest opinion. Now let's do the capacity test on this using the same items I used in the small town bucket bag. I'll start with the notebook. Because this is an east-west bag, it'll be easy to drop it in that way. Lengthwise, it peeks out from the top of the bag, so that means that the small town is taller than the Mollie. So here's my mini pochette size comparison, lengthwise, the other way around. Of course, you know that you will not have any problems fitting this either way into the bag. Same thing for my phone, and I use a Samsung Galaxy S something. I can't remember it right now. I've drawn a blank. Corner zip bracelet going into the front as well, and I'll just put that lengthwise. Nolita, put that in, and then my glasses case, put that into the back as well. So nothing peeking out at all. Okay, let me put back the notebook. I removed it. I'll put that in the back, and there you have it. No bulging, no changes in shape, and this is what you have on the interior. So at the back, I have the glasses case, my full Nolita 15, and the notebook. And then in the front, I have my corner zip bracelet, my mini pochette, and my glasses case right here, with lots of room for more. You could easily fit like an umbrella there, or a cup, you know, things like that. So again, I like the functionality of this bag because it is an open tote or a half open tote, and so it's easy for me to put things in and take things out. So it is also a dedicated tote for work, and I prefer this over the small town bucket bag because it has more room lengthwise. You can see that it was so much more easier for me to put things in, not size wise or capacity wise, but it's just wider for me to open and put everything in, as opposed to the small town bucket where, you know, the opening is less wide. So yes, they fit the same amount of things, but the opening of the Mollie 25 is much bigger and gives more room to put more things in. So the Mollie 25 will definitely hold more than the small town bucket bag. So if capacity is your issue, I would say go for the Mollie 25. They provide two different style aesthetics, of course, because there are sometimes you just want that curvy profile, that slim bucket profile that a bucket bag offers you, and so that is where the small town bucket will become useful. However, they do function the same way in my own wardrobe. So if I were to pick one over the other, if I could only have one, I would pick the Mollie 25 because it just serves my need more than the small town, because they're both work totes for me, and this one just performs better in that capacity than the small town bucket bags. If I were to change their function to like a less formal function. If I were to say, oh, they're no longer going to be work totes, but they'll be like going out bags or like shopping day bags, then I will probably choose the small town over the Mollie, because it just provides that aesthetic that I may need in that different type of situation. But overall, I would say that the small town bucket bag is my winner, because size, capacity, function, ease of access, looks, everything. But of course, if you're not a Coach outlet bag lover, for whatever reason, you should know that the Coach boutique offers these bags in very similar options that I've talked about on my channel before. So you want to click on this video here and go see the Coach boutique alternatives to these beautiful Coach outlet bags. I hope you've enjoyed watching this comparison video. I hope you found it useful as well. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. On this channel, I like to talk about fashion and lifestyle, mostly handbags. So if you enjoy that kind of content, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. Don't forget to hit the tiny notification bell beside the subscribe button so you can get notified every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in this one. Bye.